Hi guys, welcome back to Look at You. My name is Julia and I am back with another video.
We love you.
If you have not done so already, go ahead and hit the like button, the subscribe, and the post notification so that you can be notified when I post. I'm going to give you some time to do that, so go ahead and go. Alright guys, so we are back with today's video. I'm really excited for this video today. It is a really good one, you all. So you guys take a guess of what we're going to be doing. I have this handy dandy gun here that has hair on it. So we are going to be making homemade microlinks. Yes, you heard it, homemade microlinks. Now, guys, these are microlinks that we are actually going to be making like from scratch. So you know that you can buy microlinks that come already done. They come like with a plastic piece at the tip of the hair. I'll try to put a picture somewhere on the screen, but they come with like a plastic piece at the end of the hair, and then all you would need to do, that if you bought that type of microlink, you would just need to stick it right through the bead and then clamp the bead. I can show you guys better than I can tell you, but today, because one day I will end up buying microlinks and showing you how to install them. So I'm gonna list everything in the description, so do not worry about if I go too fast talking about what things that you guys need. But I will have them listed in the description. Everything that I have is literally from Amazon, and you can get them for pretty cheap. So this pack right here, it comes with, we can go over this later because we don't actually need this today. That will be for when we install the microlinks. What you are going to need today is keratin beads. So again, I will go ahead and put this in the description, so just look there for it. When I had purchased this, I did not think that I was going to have enough keratin beads, because I actually purchased this stuff when I did a full install on my sister. What I did was, and hopefully I can put a picture somewhere up on here. If I can't, I'm sorry, but I did a full install actually on my sister, and it just turned out so nice. I actually used a wig. So I purchased a wig from Amazon. I ended up cutting the entire wig, like not cutting it, but like cutting the actual hair off of the wig cap. And so when I had done that, I ended up just making my own microlinks from there, because I just could not find, like, the downfall about microlinks is that when you try to order, I have not seen anyone or anywhere with microlinks that comes with like bundles. They might come with like one bundle, maybe one or two, but they're super thin and it's just not enough for your hair. So you're going to be paying some money when you do a installation, just for the bundles, unless that person has, you know, the hair already ready. But it's not a cheap process. It's not cheap at all. Which is why I feel like a lot of people charge so much for it, because it takes time. And so, yes guys, so right here is just some beads. Again, we don't need this stuff today. Like, this stuff will be for an installation. We don't need that today. So like I said, first things first is you're going to need keratin beads. Again, this is on Amazon. You are going to need a Microlink keratin bead gun. I don't even know if that's what it's called. I'm literally just making up a name, but just type in, again, it's in the description, so go check there. But yes, guys, you will need this handy dandy tool machine. And actually, we do need to go ahead and get it heated up, so I'm gonna turn it on. It looks like there's looks like it goes from 100 to 220. I will let you guys know that the first time that I used this, I actually burnt myself. Like, I had burns going all down my arm because it kept falling on me. I just really had to get the hang of it. So this is actually my second time using this. So yeah, guys, can you tell it's been used? And this heats up pretty quick. So like right now it's like getting super hot. The keratin is also super hot. So when you get the keratin on there, you just want to make sure you place it out of the way where it's not going to burn anything or anybody. Okay. So next, you're going to need hair. Okay, so these are already done. So these are already finished microlinks that I actually had left over once I had done my sister's hair. And so this is what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is what the tip of a microlink looks like. So then, let me show you here. Once you go to install this piece of hair, you will put a bead on. Again, we're not gonna be doing this today. I'm just showing you all the final product. So when you go to install this, you will align it with a piece of hair. Maybe I can take my hair. You will align it with a piece of hair. This bead will already be connected to your hair, and then you will clamp down with your, is this pliers or tweezers? They're not tweezers. You will clamp down with your pliers. So, yeah, guys. So again, we will do that. I will do an install on the doll head very, very soon. Today, we are just learning how to make our own micro beads from scratch. So, like I said, these are already done. What I can do, I'm gonna take a few here. And actually, when I had done these, they're pretty big. Like, you don't want to get too much of hair because it's not gonna fit through the bead, or it's not gonna fit through like your hair as well. Like it's gonna be too fat for the bead to fit over, or for this to fit into the bead. So we're actually gonna end up cutting these, and we're going to make these into smaller pieces. So I do have my scissors here. So all you'll need today, you could take any type of hair, whether it is synthetic, whether it's human hair. You could take it from a wig, you could take it from old tracks, just cut the track off, cut the hair off the wig cap, however you want to do it. Just make sure you have some hair. And we are going to go ahead and cut this. You don't have to do this because your hair should already be cut. You should already have that cut off. And I'm just going to cut this part that I had worked with last time off. So the keratin hardens, you all, just like this right here. Sorry about my nails. My nails look crazy today. I did take off my false nails. But this is how the keratin works. It's very hard. It hardens within seconds. And so, yeah, that's how you will put that through the bead there. Okay, so I'm gonna take this hair here. I'm gonna get a couple of keratin beads. We have not used that one just yet. I think I was going in with the yellow ones. There's not really a difference. With these two, the difference is the color and the size, but there's not, like it doesn't do anything different. So you can use any type of keratin bead you want. Since we were using the yellow, I'm gonna go ahead and use the yellow now. I used the yellow last time. I usually like to do 2 of the keratin beads. So I'm gonna take 2 of the keratin beads. They're right here. I don't know if you can see that. Oops! They're falling. Okay, so we got 2 of our keratin beads, and we have the hair here. So I'm gonna go ahead and separate the hair into a tiny, I'm gonna get that a little bit thinner because it is a little bit thicker. You wanna make sure that it's lining up at the tip here. So you should have, and there's gonna be loose hair too that comes out of here. Make sure you go ahead and pull that loose hair out of there. Okay, so you should have a piece that looks just like this, very thin. Now you don't want to do them too thick. Again, if you do them too thick, it is going to stop you from being able to put this hair through the bead, because you have to think your hair is already going to be through the bead, which is already going to have some thickness to it. These beads are super, super tiny. So the hole in the beads, let me show you here. The hole in the bead is only that big. So you gotta be able to fit your actual hair and this fake hair through here, along with the keratin being at the tip of this hair. So make sure that you're leaving a little bit of space for all of that to go in there. So back to this. So we're just making sure that this is even. I'm just going to go ahead and cut a little bit off the tip here, just to make sure the hair is all aligned. So we have this here. This is going to be our hair that we're working with. I'm gonna go ahead and set this down because now we're about to work with the keratin and the gun. So I have my gun here. I'm just gonna call it a gun because that's all. I don't know what it's called. And I'm going to actually set it. So there's 2 places that you can sit this. You can sit it at the top right here, or you can sit it on this plate right here. I believe the last time I was doing this, I think I was working with both of them. I think I would set the keratin bead on this plate here, and then when I wanted to smooth it out, I would smooth it out with this end here. So you can use either one. They both heat up pretty quick. So we're gonna go ahead and use one of them keratins. We're gonna place it here. Make sure you are very, very careful. You can also use probably tweezers too to put your keratin on there. And we are just going to clamp the keratin down. Do you see that? It's already melting. So that is what it looks like. It starts to melt on there. Like I said, this is super, super hot, you all. If it gets too hot, turn down your heat setting. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that hair that I had, make sure it's even, and I'm gonna go ahead and set it right on here. So I'm gonna show you like this, and we are going to rub it only on the tip. And then I'm gonna take that tip here on the gun, and I'm going to smooth it in there, just like this. So that is what it looks like. You can see it. You gotta work fast because like I said, it melts pretty quick. You're gonna take the tip of your fingers and you're going to twist it, just like this. twist it until it becomes a little twist at the tip. And that is what we are working with right there. So it's hardened. The bead, you can do a bead test if you want to, which is what I kept doing throughout the whole time that I was making these. I kept putting a bead through here to make sure that the bead can fit directly on there. And then I would still, it looks like there's a lot of wiggle room. That bead can slide up and down. So my hair would be able, if you take a thin piece of hair, my hair would be able to fit onto this bead too. And then you would just be able to clamp it down. Just like that. And that is what a microlink is. So we can go ahead and demonstrate this again. I'm gonna take this off. I just removed the bead. So that, when you get microlinks, and actually this would be a really good example. When you order microlinks, they usually come in a bundle, legit. And it's not to my liking. When I have extensions or when I'm doing someone else's extensions, I like to do them a little bit thicker, you know, still to where it looks like natural, but still thicker, because I mean, the whole point of having extensions is for you to have a difference in your hair, right? But for it to still look natural. Well, when you order them, and if you look online, the bundles are legit this big. Like this is how much they give you in a bundle. And to me, this is not gonna cover a big head. If your hair is super thick, it's still gonna look super thin. So that's why I said microlinks are not the cheapest. I mean, just this, and with this, I think this hair that I got is like 18 inches. This alone would cost, it just depends where you get them, anywhere from $60 and up, and that's just for a bundle that's this thick. So again, just do your research wherever you order from, whether it's Amazon or a hair store, whether you go in a hair store, just do your research and see how many strands they are allowing, because I think sometimes they tell you like how many strands or how many, like, I guess microlinks they will have in there. The most that I was seeing was like 20 or something like that. If I can remember, I can't really remember, but that to me is just not enough hair. So it's like, and I guess that's where the money would come from, is you having to buy more. So again, to me, if you are able to make your own at home, it is super time consuming, super time consuming, but it's so cool to do this because you can go and literally buy bundles yourself. Like actual tracks, if you wanted to cut the track off, the actual track where you're supposed to sew it into your head or whatever you do with it, that part right there, you cut that off and you will just have hair. That hair you're gonna separate just like I did. You're gonna take the keratin, put it on the gun, and you're gonna stick it right there, and you're gonna smooth it out, and you're gonna twist it. And that right there is a whole microlink. It might be time consuming, but it will save you some money. So you pick your poison. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys again what I just done. So we have one microlink here. So I'm using that other side that we had took apart earlier. I'm just gonna cut the edge of this to make it even. We're gonna take, oh, and I believe that I used that one bead. So again, it's up to you how many beads you want to use on there. I believe when I was doing this, when I first started using this, I was doing 2 beads. Again, the amount of hair that I was using they were pretty thick, guys. I will tell you, these look actually bad, the ones that I had before. So again, you don't want them to be that thick. You want all the hair to be able to fit through the bead, including your hair. So sometimes you'll have some left over on there, and you can go ahead and just run the gun through the hair and then twist it. But I'm gonna go ahead and put another bead on there. So here we have the gun. And we have the bead. I'm gonna go ahead and stick the bead on there. Let me put this down here. Now I'm just gonna use the pliers for that. Pick it up. I'm gonna place, I'll show you all. There we go. Place it on here, the bead, and you're gonna clamp down. Again, it melts super quick as soon as you put it on there. So we got the keratin bead melted. We're gonna take the hair, and we are gonna run this across the hair, just like that at the tip. Then we're gonna take the tip of the gun, and we're just gonna smooth it out. This does not burn when you do this because you gotta work quick. It starts to dry as soon as it comes off of there. So now you're just gonna twist it. Just like that. And another thing too, if it's too long, you don't want it to be super long right here. Like that's how much of the keratin got onto the hair. If it does that, you can just take your scissors and cut it. Because we don't need that much. We don't need that much of keratin on the hair. One, because when you install it, you don't want it to be, you'd be able to feel that. You don't want to be able to feel that. So these should go in seamless. Because microlinks are supposed to be seamless and versatile. So again, we're gonna take the bead, we're gonna do the bead check. Let's see if the bead can go in there. And it can. There's our bead. So looks like there's some room, there's some wiggle room. It's super loose. So that is how we do it, guys. So I'm gonna do it one more time. So now we have 2 strands here. So that would be ready to install. Again, this was my mistake before. Look how much of the keratin that I have on this strand of hair. It literally goes from here. That's way too long. It should not look like that. So this whole entire piece of hair is just wrong. It's too thick and the keratin is too much. So I'm just gonna cut this off. We're gonna separate, want it into super thin pieces. Here we go. Now I'm going to place it on here. Again, it's super hot, so if you need like something to place the bead on with, don't hesitate to do so. Okay. Here we go. You will literally almost see it like just melting right away. So it's kind of scooting off of there, so we're gonna put it back. And there we go, we're pressing it down. And it gets pretty messy, guys. It gets covered all over with hair. Just remove the hair if it's too much. Okay. So now we're gonna take this piece of hair. And we are going to, whoops, that's what I'm talking about with all the hair. So in this case, we're just gonna remove it with these scissors right here. So, no biggie, we just remove it. There's still keratin on here, so again, I'm gonna take it, just rubbing it on there. You're gonna take the tip of this and rub it on there, just like that. And then you're just going to twist it, just like this with the tip of your fingers. Pretty long, so we're gonna end up cutting this. There we go. And then we just want to do the bead test. Oops. And there we go. The bead can fit on there. Looks like there's some wiggle room because it can fall right off of there. So guys, that is how you make homemade microlinks, guys. So again, it is cost efficient if you go this route. If you don't go this route, you will have to end up paying a little bit more just for some extra bundles for your microlinks because they don't always come thick. Again, it's based on your hair, if you have thinner hair or thicker hair. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know if there's something specific that you want to see. Just put it down in the comments and I will take that into consideration. Until then, you guys, smile at the beautiful reflection in the mirror and have a lovely day. Bye. We love you.